Maryland is a small jewel by the Atlantic Ocean, and it is called America in miniature. Even though its area is only number 42 out of the 50 states of the United States, Maryland has amazing diversity. It has the wide ocean, the rich Chesapeake Bay, big forests, and the great Appalachian Mountains, and also modern and lively cities like Baltimore and Annapolis. This land is connected with many important events in history. It is the home of many big achievements in science, education, and health. It is also the place where many cultures meet and where food is famous, with the special Chesapeake blue crab. Maryland is not only an interesting place for travel, but it is also a symbol of the mix between past and present, between nature and people, between tradition and modern life. It is a place where anyone who comes can feel the true spirit of the United States. Located on the east coast of the United States, Maryland has a special position because it borders Pennsylvania in the north, Delaware and the Atlantic Ocean in the east, Virginia and Washington, D.C. in the south, and West Virginia in the west. This position makes Maryland a natural link between the modern industrial north and the south, with strong farm traditions. In its small area, the state has many different kinds of land: the rich coast and wetlands of Chesapeake, the busy Central Plain, and the great Appalachian Mountains in the west. This richness makes the climate have 4 clear seasons, from hot and wet summers to cold winters with snow. Chesapeake Bay, the heart of Maryland, not only gives a lot of seafood, but also shapes the culture and life of the people here. Baltimore is the biggest city in Maryland, and also the important center of culture and economy of the region. The city is famous for Inner Harbor, a modern harbor that was once the biggest sea transport point in the United States. Today, Inner Harbor is a top travel place with restaurants, seaside cafes, souvenir shops, and historic ships on display. One of the highlights that visitors cannot miss in Baltimore is the National Aquarium, the top aquarium in the United States, where more than 20,000 sea animals from all over the world are shown. The city is also proud of Fort McHenry, a fort that stayed strong against the attack of the British Navy in 1814 and was the inspiration for Francis Scott Key to write the national anthem, The Star-Spangled Banner. With its long history, street art, museums, and also baseball with the Baltimore Orioles team, Baltimore is a city that is both old and modern, and full of life. If Baltimore is lively, then Annapolis has a peaceful and romantic beauty. As the capital of Maryland, Annapolis is special with stone streets, old houses from the 18th century, and a harbor full of sailboats. The city is called the sailing capital of the world, where many international boat races often take place. Annapolis is also the home of the United States Naval Academy, one of the most famous military schools in the country. Walking through the old town, visitors can feel the mix of history and modern life, the greatness of government buildings, and the simple charm of small street cafes. We cannot talk about Maryland without talking about Chesapeake Bay, the nature and culture symbol of the state. The bay goes through many counties of Maryland, giving a rich ecosystem and also a lot of seafood, especially the blue crab. It is a great place for visitors to go boating, fishing, or simply to watch the sunset from small harbors. Chesapeake Bay not only supports the economy of the people of Maryland, but also shapes the culture and food of the state and becomes the pride of the people here. Located on the Atlantic Ocean, Assateague Island National Seashore is a special place to visit. This island is 60 kilometers long and is famous for wild beaches, long white sand dunes, and wild horses living free. The view of horses running on the sand when the sun goes down is one of the most unforgettable experiences in Maryland. Visitors can also camp, go hiking, watch birds that move from place to place, and enjoy pure nature, far away from the noisy city life. For people who love history, Antietam National Battlefield is a place that they cannot miss. This is the battlefield of the Battle of Antietam in 1862, the bloodiest one-day battle in the history of the United States, with more than 22,000 people killed or hurt. Today, this area is kept as a National Historical Park, where visitors can see the museum, walk on the trails through the old fields, and listen to stories about the Civil War time. Antietam not only remembers the hard and violent past, but it is also a place to think about the unity of a nation that was once divided. Catoctin Mountain Park, which is part of the Appalachian Mountains, is one of the most beautiful and peaceful parks in Maryland. The place is famous for forest trails, small waterfalls, and great mountain views. Especially inside this area, there is Camp David, the holiday place of the President of the United States, often used for important meetings with other countries. Visitors cannot enter Camp David, but knowing that they are near one of the most secret and powerful places in the world makes the visit more exciting. Deep Creek Lake, the biggest freshwater lake in Maryland, is a perfect place for people who like outdoor holidays. In summer, the lake is a paradise for activities like kayaking, water skiing, and fishing. In winter, this area becomes a famous ski place thanks to Wisp Resort. Around the lake, there are warm wooden cabins and forest trails with maple trees, making a space that is both romantic and close to nature. It is a great place for families, couples, or groups of friends who want peace and also adventure. What makes Maryland interesting is not only the landscapes and the historic places, but also the stories and the special things that are hard to find in other places. This state has a coastline of more than 6,700 kilometers, if we count the bays and rivers. It is the home of the national anthem of the United States, and it has many universities and research centers of world level. The state also has two popular nicknames: Old Line State, to honor the brave Maryland Line soldiers, and Free State, which came in the time of Prohibition as a symbol of freedom. The people of Maryland are very proud of their history, their sports, and also their food. Maryland is a small state, but it has a big meaning. From the history of the Revolution and the Civil War, from the places that keep the past, to the modern cities with top research and education, everything comes together in a rich land with a strong identity. For visitors, Maryland gives a full experience to discover history, to enjoy nature, to taste food, and to learn culture. For Americans, Maryland is a symbol of diversity and unity, and it shows the spirit of freedom and creativity. Maryland deserves the name America in miniature because it has all the colors, all the tastes, and all the sounds of the United States. And anyone who visits will always keep unforgettable memories in their heart.